everybody, my name is Myra and you are welcome to my channel. Welcome. So today I am doing a tag video, obviously by the title of, the video. And I will be doing the You're Not Good Enough tag video thing. Big thank yous to Michelle from the Book Odyssey for tagging me. Her channel and any other channel that I tag will be linked down in the description bar, and also I will link down the creators of the tag as well. So anyway, let's get started. The premise of this tag, if you haven't seen it before, is basically there's 15 questions with 15 different scenarios, and you're supposed to pick two characters out of a dandy jar. I have my Luke Steiner's Stars Hollow jar. Thank you, Crystal. And in this jar, you should already have 30 or more names of characters from different books, so you can pick from there. Anyway, for each question, you're supposed to draw two names from your already pre-made jar, and you're supposed to say which character fits the scenario best. I think that is it for the really bad explanation I just attempted to give, and so let me just get started with the first question. Okay, so question number 1 says, you only have one more spot in your spelling bee team. Who would you pick to complete your team? So I'm assuming this has to be a, book smart type of character or not. I don't know. Let's see. Who do I have? I have Margot from Paper Towns. I didn't really like her. Or Eleanor from Eleanor and Park. I think for this one, I'm gonna pick Eleanor because I like her better. I think we would have better team dynamics if, that's a thing. Question number 2 says, both characters want to kill you. Which one would you kill first so you have a better chance of surviving? Kind of gruesome, but let's pick. I have Claus from A Series of Unfortunate Events. Maybe I could take him. Or Puppet from The Night Circus. Puppet has magical abilities, kinda. And she has circus friends that do all this really cool stuff, so I think I would kill her first so I don't run the risk of other people coming after me, but I think I could take Claus. Okay, this took a very morbid turn of events. Question number 3 says, you're in The Bachelor or Bachelorette and you are down to these two characters. Which one are you going to give your rose to? Okay, let me say just this. I've never actually seen The Bachelor or Bachelorette, but I'm thinking the person you give the rose to is the person you want to stay with. If I think so, I think that's right. Okay, Katniss from The Hunger Games. Okay, she's pretty cool. I might give my rose to her. Or Mrs. Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. okay, good. Katniss or Mrs. Bennet. I think I would go with Katniss. Sorry, Mrs. Bennet. I can already hear her. My nerves. Question number 4 says, you've been chosen for the Hunger Games. Who would you most likely volunteer in your place? Dang it, Katniss, where's your... it would have been great if I would have actually drawn Katniss in this one. So who would actually volunteer for me? Who is the Katniss of my life? Mimi from The Help? I don't know. Or Thorn from the Lunar Chronicles. I think that if Thorn and I already have an established relationship, I think he would volunteer for me. So I'm gonna go with Thorn from the Lunar Chronicles because I love him. He was dreamy. Question number 5 says, you're stranded on an island. Which character would you sacrifice to engage in cannibalism? Dang. So who of these two people would I be willing to eat? Okay, first I have, Bella from Twilight. I would actually have no trouble eating her. Or Liesel from the Book. I could not eat Liesel. She's one of my most favorite characters ever, and she was amazing. So I would eat Bella. Like, it's not even a question here. Sorry Bella, making you into pot roast. Question number 6 goes like, you're the next DC Marvel superhero. Marvel! With your own TV show, of course. Who is your sidekick? So who could I kick some butt with?
Okay, who would be a trusty dandy sidekick?
First, I have Mr. Poe from A Series of Unfortunate Events. He is such an unreliable human being. This next person's gotta be good because I cannot have Mr. Poe as my sidekick. Kath from Fangirl, definitely Kath. I think Kath and I would make a great team. Mr. Poe and I, it just wouldn't work out. I don't think he would work out with anybody. Question number 7 says, you're a manager of an avocado admiring company. Who would you fire for lack of communication skills? Okay, so somebody who can't communicate well. Alice from Twilight. Well, she can kind of see into the future, so she would know that if she didn't communicate with me, I would fire her. So I don't think she would be it. Or Effie from the Hunger Games. Effie, I would fire her because Effie. Given she had tons of like character development throughout the series, but still I would fire Effie over Alice any day. Question number 8 says, you've just finished a book in which your favorite character dies. I hate it when that happens. Which character is most likely to comfort you? Okay, so which character would come and snuggle with me and give me some coffee and tell me that everything's gonna be fine? Rosa from the Book Thief. You know, she can be compassionate when she wants to be, but it's not your typical Rosa. So, Finnick from the Hunger Games. Oh, Finnick. This makes me so sad. Finnick, definitely. Okay, question number 9 says, it's high school. Who would most likely be part of the popular clique? You know, I was never really part of the popular clique when I was in school at all, so who would fit in here? Lavana from the Lunar Chronicles. I think there's potential here. I think she would scare everybody into like just being her friend. Or Louisa Clark from Me Before You. As much as I loved Louisa, because you know her personality was very sparkly, I think Lavana would just like, she would be like the queen of the popular clique. She would be like Regina from Mean Girls.
Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're
The day has arrived. You're finally a year older. Who would have the nerve to forget your birthday? Okay, let's see. Option number 1 is Count Olaf from A Series of Unfortunate Events. I think he would just forget it on purpose. I don't think he would like, you know, just forget it. I think he would just do it, you know, to be mean. Or Cassie from The Fifth Wave. I mean, she'd be too busy fighting off aliens. But between these two, I would say that Count Olaf would be the one to forget my birthday. I would at least expect like a postcard from Cassie, or I don't know, a sign from the sky. Question 11 goes like, you've just found an upcoming booktube star. Who would most likely to be? Okay, so which one of these two characters would most likely be a booktuber? Landon from A Walk to Remember? Not very likely. Or Lizzie from Pride and Prejudice. Guys, Lizzie, I think she would have the most sassiest and funniest and super intellectual booktube channel, because come on, she reads all the time and she is awesome and she's so smart. Not that Landon isn't, you know, but he's just a different kind of character. So I would totally say Lizzie, and I would totally subscribe to her. She sounds like a really good person to be booktube friends with. Question number 12 says, sleepover time. Unfortunately, you can only invite one person. Who would you invite? I have Matt Watney from The Martian. I think he would be really fun. Or Kai from the Lunar Chronicles. For a sleepover, you want more of a fun factor than a your majesty kind of factor. Because I think with Kai, we'll just sit there and talk about Cinder and trying to save the planet. And I think with Matt Watney, he knows how to add humor to just about anything. So I would pick Matt Watney. Question number 13 says, bam, you're pregnant. Dang. Who is the father or the mother? Okay, well, let's see. Who would be my baby's parent? Clay from 13 Reasons Why. I feel pretty uncomfortable because this was a high school student here. Or Charlie from Twilight. Really? You give me a kid or like a father figure to impregnate me? I guess I would go with Charlie. Gross. It just doesn't feel right because he's like a typical dad. But Clay, he's a kid. Well, not really, but he's in high school and it just feels really uncomfortable both ways. I think I would go with Charlie. Question number 14 goes, you've written a super important text. Who would see it and not reply? I did this all the time, involuntarily, but I do. Okay, so which one of these characters would do that to me? Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Darcy, I think he would. Or Alice from Alice in Zombieland. You know, I don't really care for Alice. And I think Mr. Darcy, I think he would definitely, because I mean, he kind of did it to Lizzie when they first met. I mean, if, you know, Pride and Prejudice were to happen today, I think he would be that one person. I would say Darcy. He would see my text message and not reply, and I would get really sad. And finally, question number 15 says, you've just woken up and it's time for breakfast. Your mom's been replaced by whom? So, just to preface this, Nobody could replace my mom because my mom is awesome. But let's see who could come to a close second. Skeeter from The Help. You know, I never really saw her as a mother figure. Like she's very career oriented. I don't think she would be preparing me breakfast. I don't know. Let's see. Or Francie from A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Okay, even though Francie was a kid at the time that the book took place, I think she would grow up to be an amazing mother, because even though she's also very career oriented and she wants to be a professional, I think she saw like her mother be such a great mom and her grandmother be such a great mom and her aunt be such a great mom that I think she would be a close second to my mom. Maybe not quite there, but the closest to Skitter, I think. Again, thank you so much to Michelle from the Book Odyssey for tagging me, and I will link down her information so you can go and like subscribe to her because she makes really fun videos. So as to who I'm gonna be tagging, I will be tagging a couple of people. I will be tagging Gabby from Gabby V and Gabs. She's really fun and cool. I'm also going to be tagging Kaylin from Notions and Novels. She's also really fun and real cool. I'm also gonna be tagging Dion from The Worst of Books, and she's also really fun and real cool. And I'm gonna be tagging Abby from McAbby because she's also really fun and real cool. Anyway, this tag has been out for a while, so if you've already done it, no worries. But if you haven't, I would love to see your video. Again, I will be linking all these booktubers down below if you want to go to their channels and check it out and maybe subscribe to them because they make pretty cool videos. So I'm just saying. Also, if you haven't been tagged, please, you know, just feel free to go ahead and do the tag because it was super fun. Anyway, that is it. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also, please feel free to leave any comments that you may have down below. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.